Guys, I realized something. I don't actually have a Halloween or fall related coffee cup, and that is crazy because I have a coffee cup collection. Okay, like I have ones that I bring out in different seasons because they're that, like the penguin coffee cup. I'm drinking out of a penguin coffee cup right now because I don't have a fall or Halloween coffee cup, and I didn't realize this, and I don't know why I did not realize that before. So to make this a more Halloween kind of video, I'm gonna wear a cowboy hat. I'm gonna wear a cowgirl hat, cowboy hat, whatever it's called, to make it feel more like I'm dressed up for Halloween, I guess. And this is not at all what I'm gonna be for Halloween. I'm gonna be Where's Waldo with my best friend. One of us is gonna have a sign that says Where's Waldo. The other one is gonna be dressed like Waldo. They're gonna wander off, and the other one with the sign is gonna be yelling, "Hey Biscuit, where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? I found Waldo!" That's our Halloween plan. Hi Biscuit, hi. Hi, you're actually up here for the video? Oh. Let's see how long it lasts that she's in the video. Okay, so I'm pretty bad at book reviews, so we're gonna try a new kind of book review, I guess, where what I'm best at, ranting about a book series and the author, okay, is what I'm best at. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna be doing Marissa Meyer, okay? So the Lunar Chronicles, I did a book review for Cinder and I think Scarlet too. Anyways, I came late to the Lunar Chronicles fandom. Like, I came really late. Winter was already out, Stars Above had just come out, and Fairest was already out, and I have them all here with me. So, I came really late because I saw them at my library all the time and in bookstores. I just never actually took them off the shelf and looked at the covers. I just glanced at their spines from a distance and was like, seems like a vampire romance series I don't want to read. So I never picked them up. One day, I actually looked at the cover. I was like, is that a cyborg foot? It is. So I picked it up and started reading it. Next thing I know, I'm obsessed with this series. I couldn't buy them fast enough. We were in the middle of moving. I couldn't run to the bookstore and get them quick enough. And I also didn't have the money to buy them all at the time. So I was like, okay, audiobooks. Let's listen to the audiobooks and then buy them. Then buy the books. After I listened to the audiobooks, it worked. It works. The audiobooks are actually really good for the Lunar Chronicles. But, so, anyway, so if you don't know what the Lunar Chronicles is about, it is great writing. The plot is really good. The world is really good. Like, everything is amazing. The author is definitely one of my all-time favorite authors now, which I am kind of wary on all-time favorite authors because there are very few authors that I actually there's probably only one or two authors that if they put out a book, I would actually go buy it and read it without waiting, you know, like, I really love Marissa Meyer's writing, so I waited forever, but I finally got Heartless. I read it and I loved it. So anything Marissa Meyer writes, I love. I love to read all her stuff, and there's very few authors that are like that for me. I'm kind of a picky reader, in case you haven't noticed. But anyways, so, my little brother just gave me my pug stuffed animal. I don't know if you've seen him before, but he's really cute. A friend gave me him, so he's gonna sit right there. So, but the first book, Cinder, Cyborg Cinderella, okay, with aliens that live on the moon, and I know it sounds a little out there and kind of crazy, but it is so, so good. Okay, it's really far in the future, and it's just amazing. It's amazing. The prince is a cinnamon roll, by the way. I'm not going to give too many spoilers on this, because the other books will be spoilers enough. So I'm going to try my best not to spoil, like, any big stuff, but considering I'm talking about all the books, there are probably going to be some spoilers. I really liked the villain's name, Lavana, by the way, okay? That was just a really interesting name, and if you look it up, it means, like, child protector or something, which is kind of ironic, because, she was the opposite, okay? She's like the evil queen. So, book 2 is Scarlet, which is Little Red Riding Hood with a shotgun, okay? And, a mutated wolf soldier, and a lot of other stuff going on. So, it seems like there's different main characters, right? Because Red Riding Hood instead of Cinderella. Well, we start out with Cinder's point of view in this one. Then in this one, we are introduced to new main characters, but we also keep the ones from this one. So with each book, we're adding more main characters that are actually mentioned in the book before, in the book saw before. So book 3 is Cress, Rapunzel, that is locked in a satellite, okay, around Earth, is contacted. She's a crazy hacker, by the way. From the first book, she was in there, and then she's in the second one as well, I believe. So the characters, the new main characters that are introduced in each book are mentioned and hinted at in the books before. You just don't actually meet them as a new main character until you read the book with their name on it. And I fall in love with all of them, and I cannot pick a favorite. Like, they're each different, they're each unique. Even the side characters that aren't actually main characters like Eco are just so amazing, okay? And then the fourth book is called Winter, Snow White. Now, with this one, when it came out, this is 827 pages, by the way. Yeah, it's like 800 and something. 820 pages or so. So, while we were waiting for this, well, you guys, not me, because I came in late to the party, but the author was writing this, and so she gave us Levana's story, a prequel to the Lunar Chronicles series, Ferris, which is Levana, the main villain's backstory, which is really sad and actually causes a lot of people to cry. Interesting backstory for Levana, by the way. So I am one of the people that I didn't hate Ferris, I just didn't particularly care for it. I mean, I own it. I'm not going to get rid of it. I like it. I just do not love it as much as the other books, you know, just because I fell in love with them. This one is more like one that I would read when I really want to cry, kind of thing, okay? But the author gave us this while we were waiting for Winter. We finally got Winter. Now, you would expect an 800-page book to be thicker. Not this one. The pages are so thin that it's very annoying. So, I actually don't have too much of a problem with it, except for when I reread it. And then I have to go back a couple pages and pry the pages loose because they're kind of stuck together. But so after the fourth book, we have Stars Above, which has short stories of the main characters from before, like Cress when she was before the satellite. We have Thorn before he met Cinder, and we have Kai's point of view of when he met Cinder. We have a chapter of that, and then we have an epilogue from after Winter, and it is wonderful, and it is everything amazing that we really want and need in this series. So if you guys haven't read Stars Above, but you've read the rest of the Lunar Chronicles series, you need to read Stars Above. At least the epilogue, okay? You don't have to buy it, but you're probably going to want to after you read it. And then Ferris, obviously. So I know a lot of people will read books in the order that they came out, but I personally didn't mind Ferris as much because I read it after I'd read all the other Lunar Chronicles books, and even after Stars Above. So I would suggest doing that just so you don't get irritated with Ferris. But this is the Lunar Chronicles series that Marissa Meyer did. And check out her website. I'm going to have a link below because she did some blog posts about how she started writing them and when she was writing them and all kinds of stuff. And they're actually really interesting. So yeah, Marissa Meyer is really good. If you haven't read these, you really need to try them. And so this is mostly a Lunar Chronicles book series talk, but real quick, I'm also going to mention another Marissa Meyer book I have that I already showed you, Heartless. Okay, so this came out and it took me forever to get it. It took me forever to get it because I really wanted to buy it first and read it. For some reason, because it's a Marissa Meyer book, I had really wanted to do that. Took me forever. I ended up getting a library copy first, but now I own it. I own this one. I'm so happy. It's a little torn, but I don't care. I got it. So I'm happy with that. It was only like $2. So, I've read it now and I love it, and I'm kind of scared to go back and reread it. I know I really want to because I loved it so much, but I'm scared to reread it again because that ending sticks with you. So, yeah. I know there's going to be a Lunar Chronicles video, but I also just wanted to throw in what I thought about Heartless because I'm not going to be doing a whole book review video for this. So, Marissa Meyer, more video. If you have not read Heartless, it may not be for you, but it is not exactly Alice in Wonderland retelling. It's a Queen of Hearts retelling before Alice came, and it really opens your eyes to some of the stuff, and it explains some stuff. You can see how that actually might have happened, before Alice came. Very, very sad, actually. Really, really sad. Really sad. So, if you have read the Lunar Chronicles series, who is your favorite couple and who is your favorite female protagonist? Okay, so first, I really love Cinder. Like, I really, really like her. And then I was introduced to Scarlet. And then I really, really liked her. And then Cress. And then Winter. And you get the point. I really liked all of them. I really loved how Scarlet and Winter were friends. Like, Scarlet did not consider her a friend at first, but then you really see how they become more friends, and how Scarlet always calls her crazy and stuff. It turns into a term of endearment, and how it's just amazing. And how Scarlet was freaking out when she thought you-know-who had killed Winter and was so mad and stuff. And then Cress, the little innocent cinnamon roll, for a while, she was actually my favorite, and I have a hard time picking between the girls. So, when I thought Cress was my favorite, yeah, she was my favorite for a while, actually, because I really, really liked her. And Cress, actually, is the book that I reread 2 or 3 times, and then Winter I reread 1 time less than Cress. I have not reread Scarlet or Cinder, just because, like, it's getting everything started and really brings more in, so it really more sticks with you there. And then Cress and Winter is when they're all getting together and all meeting, and you just want to go back and reread all those parts and stuff again. If that makes sense. It's like the Heroes of Olympus series, if you've read those. Like the first 2, you don't really go back and reread, because they're starting it and it sticks with you and everything. And then the last 3, you reread because it's got all the parts with all of them together. They're getting together, they're fighting together, and all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of like that for me. The Lunar Chronicles is like the Heroes of Olympus, but I want to say I like the Lunar Chronicles better than Heroes of Olympus, but I can't say that. I can't say that because they're both really good on their own and stuff, you know. But it's like a Heroes of Olympus. So, if that makes sense for you guys. Have you guys read the Lunar Chronicles? What did you think? And did you read any other of Marissa Meyer's books? Please let me know what you think down below. And sorry about the really weird hat. Bye!